I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Is a presentation of BFA Sports.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to BFA Sports. I'm Steve Westcott. We come to you live today from Carew Hall on the campus of Our Lady of Mercy Academy, where the Cape Atlantic League's Our Lady of Mercy Academy Villagers host the Tri-County Conference's Williamstown Braves. Williamstown comes in with a record of 4-3, coming off a big blowout win last night, and they bring in a very talented young lady in the name of Olivia Moss. Our Lady Mercy Academy comes in with a record of 3-3. They're coming off what I call their Delaware tour. They were 2-2 going into the holiday tournaments and went 1-2 there, playing 3 teams from Delaware. However, Coach Coyle thinks his team, his young team, is figuring it out, and they're getting better daily. They're led by Adriana Bristow and Venetia Thompson, who are their seniors, but they also start a freshman and 2 sophomores. At this time, let's go to Coach Matt Langaduro for today's starting lineups.
Between the WILLIAMSTOWN Braves and your OLMA Villagers. Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State High School Athletic Association. These rules provide fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Everyone is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of good sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, coaches, players, and officials, we direct your attention to the area on the left of the stage. We kindly ask you to please rise if you are able. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor our flag, our country, and especially our service women and men everywhere during this holiday season with the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet today's starting lineup. The head coach for the WILLIAMSTOWN Braves is Jamie Land. He's assisted by Becky McKee and Ryan Knotts. And now for the starting lineup for the Braves. Senior guard number 2, Leah Pizzato. Senior guard number 3, Olivia Dawn. Senior guard number 10, McKee. Senior forward number 11, Callie Kozaneski. And junior guard number 14, Maria Eaton. The Villagers are led by head coach Brian Coyle, assisted by Doug Stefano, Taylor Hagan, and Tom McCarthy. And now we start the lineup for your OLMA Villagers. A freshman guard, number 21, Alessia Lentini. Sophomore guard, number 22, Caitlin Oriel. And senior guard, number 23, Dree Briscoe.
Okay, and there you have it. Our starting lineups were just given by Coach Matt Languador, and they are as follows. First, for the 4 and 3 visiting Williamstown Braves, they start number 2, Mia Pizzato, number 3, Olivia Moss, number 10, Peyton McGee, number 11, Kali Kajanowski, and number 14, McKenna Eaton. And for the home, Cape Atlantic OLMA Villagers with a record of 3 and 4, coached by head coach Brian Coyle. They start number 5, senior leader Venetia Thompson. They start a freshman at the point guard, number 21, Alessia Lentini. A sophomore, number 22, Caitlin Coriel. Number 23, Adriana Bristow, their other senior leader. And number 24, Kalia Lewis. Speaking to Coach Brian Coyle prior to today's contest, and he says, we started a freshman and 2 sophomores. Were led by our 2 seniors, which was what I stated in the intro. However, he thinks the younger of the young ladies are starting to figure it out. And Lentini, Coriel, who's a sharpshooter, you'll see her firing away from 3-point range today. And he really thinks they're starting to put things together here. Led by their leaders, Venetia Thompson and Bristow. The tip's up, and it's won by Lewis into the hands of Lentini. Crosses half court.
Gonna expect a good one here, Stevie.
Yeah, it absolutely is going to be. Williamstown very competitive, coming off a big win last night. With me, as you guys just heard, is our producer, Mr. Doug Stasic. And that was Kalia Lewis, who laid it in for 2 off of a good pass off the dribble drive.
Well, good start there for Lewis. One of the last games we were here at OLMA, Steve, we saw that they were trying to deny her the basketball down low. Coach Brian Coyle wants to get her going early.
Yeah, and he made it a point to get it to her right, as you said, partner, right down low. Dribble drive along the baseline by number 11, Kajanowski. That doesn't go. Ball into the hands of Mia Pizzato. That foul line jumper does. Offensive rebound for the Braves. Kick back out to the foul line. Pizzato knocks down a 2. Lentini with the basketball to Bristow, now to Thompson. Thompson dribbles to the top of the key, passes back to Bristow. Bristow looks to dribble drive with the left hand, kicks back out to Coriel. That's the 3-point field goal we said that you will see. That one does not go.
Yeah, try to get Coriel to go early, but you also see they're trying to ISO Lewis underneath, get her working a little one-on-one, trying to draw the Braves outside.
Yeah, and the reason to do that is because there's really a mismatch there for... That's Olivia Moss with the jump shot. We told you about her. Offensive rebound and put back this time by number 11, Kajanowski. But, yes, they do want to isolate Kalia Lewis down low because it's a matchup problem for Williamstown. Williamstown simply does not have a player that can match up with Lewis, especially underneath. Thompson with the dribble drive. Back out to Bristow. She can knock the threes down as well, and she does so right there. 3-point field goal off of the kick-out pass by Thompson to Bristow. Bristow knocks it down, 5-4, OLMA.
Yeah, good work there by the Villagers, trying to move the ball, that one extra pass, and she can step back. She's got the range. She had a clean look and a clean finish.
Kalia Lewis covering Olivia Moss. We talked about Moss. Moss comes into this contest out of their 7 games with 2 games with 20-plus points and 2 games with 30-plus. So she can light it up. Offensive rebound by Thompson. Put back, no good. Second chance. That's also no good. Partially blocked by Moss. Ball gets kicked back out. Lentini with the basketball. Bounce pass to Thompson. She's covered. Double-teamed, actually, and her shot is blocked by Kajanowski.
Yeah, good job there by Thompson. Good hustle. Just couldn't get the finish.
Malls with the basketball on the offensive end for Williamstown. Looks to take Thompson, passes it over to Peyton McGee. Peyton McGee with the dribble drive, bounce pass to Kajanowski, and she again lays it in along the baseline for 2. 6-5 Williamstown.
You can see early on the Braves trying to go with a 1-2 combo there underneath, and Malls that time was kind of being used as a bit of a decoy, frees up the baseline, and an easy bunny.
Yeah, and if Williamstown gets any other scoring from any other one other than Malls, that helps take the pressure off of Malls. There was a kickball on the defensive end by Williamstown. The ball will remain into the possession of Our Lady Mercy Academy. Thompson inbound it right in front of Williamstown's bench. Lentini's a really good freshman guard for Our Lady Mercy Academy. She's only going to get better and better and is already pretty good as it is.
Coach Brian Coyle yelling to his villagers, got to be tougher. So trying to deny the basketball a bit more underneath. You know,
Our Lady Mercy Academy to inbound. Bristow's pass is deflected and then stolen. Back comes Olivia Malls, and she'll lay it in for 2. Venasia Thompson at the other end. She takes the ball to the basket, and she's fouled, and she'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good move here by the Villagers. They give up the easy basket. They get right into transition with the outlet pass. And now, opportunity to take this 3-point deficit and maybe cut it to 1.
Yeah, Williamstown turned defensive pressure into offensive transition. Our Lady Mercy Academy comes right back, sprinting down the floor. Thompson gets fouled. The first of 2 is up and good.
This was another area of opportunity. One of the last home broadcasts we had, Villagers struggled a bit to make their free throws, but Thompson, 1 of 2.
As you said, 1 of 2, which makes our score 8-6 Williamstown, and we have a timeout by Williamstown with 4:38 left in the first from Carulla.
Have you been thinking about selling your home but concerned about the high interest rates for a mortgage? With my real estate marketing team at BFA Homeworks, I can help you maximize the value of your property and streamline the selling process. In my 20-plus years as a finance and production executive, my network of professionals have built custom solutions for each one of our clients. Meet with our award-winning team of real estate, video production, and finance experts to make your home work for you. Call or visit us today at www.bfahomeworks.com.
Welcome back to Carew Hall on the campus of Our Lady Mercy Academy. With 4:38 left in the first, our score is Williamstown 8, Our Lady Mercy Academy 6. It's been back and forth action here in the first half of this first quarter, as we expected, and we knew this was going to be a good contest coming in. Certainly has been that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Moz and Kozanuski, they've been doing a really good job, right? 1-2 punch for the Williamstown Braves, and early on, seems like the 1-2 punch that Coach Coyle's trying to get set up is Lewis and Thompson. So trying to use, the bigger size underneath, but give the Braves credit. They've denied the basketball well, and they've actually controlled the boards.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, both really well coached. Head coach for our Williamstown Braves is Jamie Land. She does a wonderful job with her young ladies, and so does, we've talked to you about numerous times, head coach Brian Coyle for the Villagers. Little full court pressure put on here by OLMA, picking up full court man. Bounce pass into Kozanuski. That one's tipped away by the freshman Lentini into the hands of Kalia Lewis. In transition, it's stolen back by the Braves. Malls with the basketball. Good pass over to Pizzato. Pizzato back out to Kozanuski. That shot is no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of Coriel for the Villagers, and the ball will remain in the possession of the Braves of Williamstown.
Yeah, real quick look at the game changer instant replay. I mean, you just see the Villagers do a much better job getting back transition defense, making them take that long shot, and able to create another opportunity.
Yeah, and on the inbounds play by Williamstown, they turn it over, again, due to the defensive pressure that my partner, Mr. Stasic, just talked about. It'll be Villager basketball. Lentini has it.
Little matinee on a very cold Saturday afternoon here in Newfield.
Looks like a little bit of a 3-2 zone here by Williamstown defensively. We'll see how the Villagers counteract that. However, on a dribble drive by Lentini along the baseline, she ends up dribbling it off her foot and out of bounds. Thus the turnover, possession to the Braves.
Yeah, Olma going to go to the bench. Muffin Bethea, the freshman, into the game. And I'm guessing she's in there to play some defense, deny the basketball.
Yeah, she replaces Venasia Thompson, and the Villagers only get younger. We talked about a freshman and 2 sophomores to start. Their first player off the bench is a freshman, and so is their second. So when I know they have Bristow and Thompson, but they're very young after that, and that's the reason why head coach Brian Coyle says he thinks they're starting to put the pieces together. Malls with a dribble to the elbow, gives a good head fake, gets the defender to fly by, and knocks down a 15-foot elbow jump shot. Olivia Malls can light it up. Our Lady Mercy Academy is going to have to be careful with her.
Tough to contain, talented player, does not feel the pressure at all when she comes up with the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, and she's got a great pull-up game, head fake. Lentini with the 3-point field goal. That's no good. Kalia Lewis with the offensive rebound and put back Coach Coyle thought there was a foul. I did as well. However, it was not called. Ball's off Lewis, out of bounds, possession to the Braves.
Yeah, Coach Coyle a bit upset there. Thompson, I thought, could have went a little harder to the hole, though, right? She kind of went to the left side, maybe try to go with a little fade to draw the contact instead of just planting the ball and going right through the lane.
Malls with the basketball. Guard-to-guard pass to McKenna Eaton. Now still has it. Over to Pizzato. Pizzato with the basketball. Comes off a screen. Is left open from 16 feet. She fires the jumper. That's no good, but it's a good box out by Bristow. There's a skirmish for the ball. Basketball on the floor. Braves come up with it, and Kozanuski gets to the rim and draws a foul.
Yeah, good take there by Kozanuski. We'll see it here on the Game Changer instant replay. I mean, Williamstown, just good hustle. You see the scrap as they go down to the floor, but it's no give up, heads up play, and then take it to the hole.
Kozanuski's first free throw is up and good. China Fiddler checks in, and there's the second freshman off the bench that we talked about. Kozanuski gets one more. She makes that one as well, and Williamstown Braves have the Villagers doubled up at 12-6.
Yeah, and you talk about the youth movement here for OLMA as very hard to replace two of their all-time scorers in a pair of seniors in Prescott and Bernhardt. So the youngsters make the jump, right? They play a lot of travel ball. They do the AAU circuit, but you get to high school, a little bit more of a physical game. The stage is a bit different. You feel that vibe, so experience is key, and we can appreciate what Coach Coyle is trying to do here.
Kalia Lewis's first free throw is up and good. And to your point, partner, in AAU and travel ball, they don't play 3 years up. I mean, this is a freshman. These are freshmen right now playing against 17 and 18-year-old young ladies. Second free throw is up and good as well for Kalia Lewis, cutting the lead to Williamstown lead to 4. Malls with the basketball, covered by Lewis. She crosses half court. Kozanuski dribble drives to the baseline, then kicks it back out to McKenna Eaton, and then back to Malls. There's the three-point field goal that we talked about. She likes pulling up with that three-point game, and she shoots it from the parking lot. That one didn't go. Bristow to the corner to Coriel. She can fire it as well, and she shows it right there with a deep corner three by Caitlin Coriel.
Yeah, that's a clutch three. I mean, from the corner and hit the three ball. The lead now just one for the Braves. So OLMA leveraging some of the matchups, finding the open look, taking that extra pass, and you got to think, looks like Coach Coyle trying to use the depth of his bench, perhaps put some pressure on by draining the stamina of the Braves.
Yeah, and back to the offensive end for the Villagers. Coriel can shoot it with the best of them as well. She makes one. She could very easily make 5 or 6. So Williamstown's going to have to be careful with Caitlin Coriel. Braves basketball, corner 3 by Pizzato. That's no good. Rebound by Bethea to Kalia Lewis, who throws it ahead. Almost out of bounds, but a good save right there by Coriel. Now to Fiddler, to the wing, I believe that's Gwen O'Hara, and it is. She tries to find Bethea, but it's stolen by the Braves. In transition, number 14, McKenna Eaton. Her drive is no good. Williamstown with the offensive rebound. Get it back out into the hands of Maws, and now to Eaton. Eaton comes off a top of the key screen. She fires a jump shot from 16 feet. That's no good. Villager rebound. Lewis with the basketball, crossing the timeline. Gets it to the wing to Fiddler, who now dribbles back to the top of the key. Throws it to the baseline to Coriel, who finds Bethea underneath and scores for 2. Good ball movement right there. Fiddler to the corner to Coriel, to Bethea underneath. Layup for 2.
Yeah, OLMA takes the lead back again, distributing the basketball, playing selfless, creating opportunities.
Eaton with the basketball. She looks to take Bethea. She steps back, fires a jump shot. That's no good. Good fight between O'Hara and Kozanuski for the basketball. The Villagers end up with it. Fiddler now up the right sideline. Over to Kalia Lewis into the center of the paint. Left-handed layup is good. Defensive pressure into offensive transition. We talked about it with the Braves earlier. Villagers show it right there.
Yeah, you can see right now the Villagers trying to use that depth of the bench and trying to push the envelope. The balls that were bouncing to Williamstown are now going to the Villagers.
And the full court pressure is applied right there and is successful. Kalia Lewis strips the ball from Malls. She then takes it to the hole and scores for 2. Villagers go on an 11-0 run to end the first. After one, it's 17-12 OLMA. Getting ready to start the second quarter here between the Cape Atlantic League's Our Lady Mercy Academy Villagers and the Tri-County Conference's Williamstown Braves. If you're just tuning in, the depth and the bench of going 7 or 8 deep there in the first quarter certainly helped OLMA. They finished the first quarter on an 11-0 run and have a 17-12 lead.
Yeah, you can see the momentum just kind of shift there in the last 2 minutes of that quarter, Steve Westcott. And Coach Coyle challenging his OLMA Villagers to be scrappy, to be more tenacious on the defensive front, and it paid dividends.
Yeah.
To close out the second.
And I think you made a point earlier in the quarter, Doug, that Coach Coyle asked his team to be a little tougher, and it certainly showed down the stretch in that first. Villagers steal the basketball from Williamstown to start the second. Thompson to the foul line. She almost loses it, but is able to regather. She kicks it, tried to kick it back out to her senior partner Bristow. However, it's tipped away out of bounds. It'll still remain Villager basketball.
Yeah, Williamstown coach Jamie Lynn, interesting strategy here, right? So she's trying to kind of turn up the defensive front here, but by not having as much depth, I guess the question is, it's going to be more like a sprint because it's going to end up, they're going to need this later on in the game.
Yeah, and they turned the pressure up, as you said, partner, by going, they got out of that 3-2 zone. They're now playing full half-court man. They're trying to match up. The question is, will conditioning become a factor if that's not what they usually do? However, they're able to create a turnover by the Villagers, and the ball's back to Williamstown and into the hands of Malls. Malls trying to take Thompson, can't do so. She passes back across to the top of the key to Pizzato, all the way around the horn to Byrick. Ava Byrick now into the game, number 22 for Williamstown. That ball's tipped away from them, and it's off Williamstown, and the possession will go back to the Villagers. Freshman point guard off the bench, Fiddler, China Fiddler, still in the game for the Villagers. She wears number 3, passes to Coriel, cross to Bristow. Bristow already made one from there. She gives a good head and ball fake, goes by the defender, but can't get the 8-footer to go. Yes, Bristow made a 3-point field goal from right where she caught the basketball there in the first quarter. She gives a good head and ball fake to make Williamstown think she's going up with that same 3 again. She gets the defender to fly by, dribble drive, but couldn't make the 8-footer.
Yeah, I love the strategy being showcased here by both Coach Coyle and Coach Jamie Lynn. It's back and forth, and you look at the fundamental execution, that is very, very relevant, and quite frankly, it's refreshing.
Yeah, you really have two pretty good, as we stated earlier, really good basketball teams in this contest. You have two really good head coaches as well. Malls with the basketball for Williamstown. To the wing to Eaton, now to the corner to Byrick. She tries to feed Kajanowski down low on the block. However, it's tipped away on a good defensive play by Bristow. Olivia Malls, a Westchester University signee.
Go Rams.
Laws, look, stop and pop from about 21 feet at the top of the key. She can't get that to go. Lewis in transition. She's looking to go to the rim. She does and scores. If you're going to let Kalia Lewis get all the way to the rim and you're not going to stop the basketball, chances are she's going to score. With her athleticism and her strength and size, she's going to score in transition if you don't stop the ball.
Well, they stretch the lead now to 7, and OLMA denying the basketball out high, but Williamstown trying to find some creases.
Eaton with a 16-foot jumper for Williamstown. That does not go. Loose ball underneath in the paint, picked up by Bristow. One of the things that senior leader does, she gets 50-50 balls. She's their attitude, she's their presence, and she got a 50-50 ball right there and gets herself in transition. Can't make the left-handed runner at the rim. Possession out of Williamstown.
You got to think a Williamstown timeout is coming out soon here, because you can see a little bit of drag as far as the stamina goes, and the only way to recharge those batteries is going to be give them a break.
Yeah, Our Lady Mercy Academy pressuring every pass and every catch, right? Lentini a little bit too aggressive there, and she commits her foul. That's her first, team's first here of the second quarter. Substitutions for Williamstown as we speak.
It's tough to take the dynamic duo off the floor at the same time, but certainly, again, got to plug them back in to recharge.
Into the game is number 12, Riley Fair.
Yeah, 10.
Three-point field goal by Riley Fair. That's no good.
Peyton McGee scrapping right off of the bench. A little bit of a turbo boost here for the Braves defensively.
Peyton McGee battles with the Villager freshman, Muffin Bethia. Arrow belongs to the Villagers. In possession of the basketball. Bristow to the corner to Lewis. She comes off a Bristow screen, looking to get all the way to the rim. Can't do so, but kicks to Coriel. Coriel's three is no good. Good find by Lewis. Coriel just unable to get the three to go. Back come the Braves. Good pass to number 12 in transition, and scoring the bucket is Riley Fair.
Take advantage of transition. Good outlet pass, no hesitation, and an easy take from the left side.
Lentini with the basketball, top of the key to Kalia Lewis. She stares down Byrick. She comes off a Bristow screen and backs it out a little bit. Guard-to-guard pass to Coriel. Coriel with the dribble drive, kicks it back out to Kalia Lewis. Good head and ball fake, gets the defender up and on her heels. She drives to the basket, can't get it to go. But Muffin Bethia making a living where she can. The freshman is making an impact in the paint and does so right there with an offensive rebound and putback. 21-14, Villagers. Okay, as you see the Villagers leaving their huddle here with 4:22 left in the second. They have a 21-14 lead, and the reason for that lead is their defensive pressure. They've been able to control mauls. We're going to our game-changer replay. Coriel kicks it back out to Kalia Lewis. She gets a head and ball fake, drives to the rim, can't get it to go, however. Muffin Bethia making a living in the paint, offensive rebound and putback. Good job by the freshman Bethia.
Yeah, we keep seeing this great teamwork here by OLMA. Very selfless basketball. Never afraid to make the extra pass and set that high pick and roll. It's been paying dividends in the lane.
Yeah, and again, the defensive pressure from Our Lady of Mercy Academy is definitely showing its teeth right here on the defensive end. They force a double dribble by Eaton. By Riley Fair. Turnover to the Braves. Villager basketball, Lentini with it. Now Kalia Lewis. Kalia Lewis comes off a Bethia screen. Ball's tipped away from her, however she regathers. Coach Coyle wanted the high-low, and Bethia had her. Kalia Lewis had the ball at the foul line. She had Muffin Bethia with her player sealed on the block. Coach Coyle wanted her to give it to her. You heard him say, give it, give it. They could play high-low right there. Lewis didn't see it. However, there's a foul committed by the Braves. Villager ball, inbounding offensive baseline. Bristow to inbounds, finds Muffin Bethia right there, lay in for 2. Good inbound set right there by the Villagers. Bethia backs from the block to the elbows. She then darts to the opposite block. Inbounder Bristow found her. Bounce pass layup for 2 by Bethia. Eaton passes to Pizzato. Pizzato's short little jumper in the paint is no good. However, the ball goes off the Villagers and out of bounds. Possession will remain with the Braves. Malls to inbound. Malls, left side, top of the key, comes off a Kajanowski screen, passes the ball back out, now back inside into the paint to Kajanowski, loose ball, and there's a foul in the play. I think it's going to be on the floor, according to the official, and the foul will probably be on Lentini.
I might be able to take a quick look here on the game changer instant replay, Steve.
So back out to Eaton, right, who finds Kajanowski inside. Kalia Lewis falls to the ground. However, the foul is on Lentini, possession belonging to Williamstown. Malls with the basketball. And we have another foul call here on Bethia, I believe. Over-pressuring and too much of an aggressive pressure on Kajanowski. Malls with the sideline inbounds at play this time. And I'll tell you what, partner, Our Lady Mercy Academy is doing a wonderful job on Malls. She comes in with the hype being a Westchester signee. She comes in with 2 games of 20-plus points, 2 other games of 30-plus. And she's running into a really good athlete and a really good player in Kalia Lewis today. And they've minimized her points for sure. However, there is 2 points on the board right there from McKenna Eaton for the Braves. 23-16, OLMA.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. I mean, they continue to play defense, deny the basketball, and as long as they can get a couple extra rebounds, like a good steal here.
Well-coached teams usually don't go anywhere. They usually fight to the end, and that's exactly what Williamstown will do under the direction of Coach Land. Eaton with the basketball. Looks to take Gwen O'Hara. Kicks back out to Pizzato. That 3-point field goal is no good. However, the rebound is run down by Eaton. She looks to pass it into Kajanowski. It's tipped away by Bethia and out of bounds.
Yeah, this is just a very well-contested defensive basketball game on both ends of the floor. Got to earn your keep here on Saturday.
You got that right. Nothing's comfortable in this matinee today.
None.
Villagers come up with a steal. Kalia Lewis gathers it, passes it to the freshman Lentini. Lentini to the elbow, 15-footer. That's no good. Bethia fights for the rebound with the Williamstown Braves McGee. It'll go off McGee out of bounds. It'll remain Villager basketball.
This has like an old school Big East vibe to it. I mean, the officials are letting them play a little bit. They're banging down there, getting after it, scrappy, see a bunch of contact. I like it.
You're exactly right, because we were nowhere near the 1-1 in the first quarter. When with 1:55 left here in the second, we're nowhere near it again. Inbounds play, the little baby puppy was missed by Bethia. Oh, good pass by Moss. She lost her dribble, but she was able to regather in the air and somehow find Pizzato on the block, who scores for 2 by the assist of Moss.
Just good court awareness. That's what it's like when you play with somebody for that long.
Yeah, and Lentini this time comes off of a. Yeah, Lentini, or no, I'm sorry, it wasn't Lentini. It was Bristow, who comes off of a screen, tries to get all the way to the rim, and she couldn't. They call an illegal moving screen on the Villagers.
It's been so long since the official made a call. She was a little confused there for a second with the hand cadence.
Muffin Bethia exits the game. Venetia Thompson comes back in. Bethia now with the second foul. That's the reason Coach Coyle is going to keep it safe here for the last minute and a half.
Yeah, 4 fouls committed by OLMA to the 1 of the Braves.
Malls dribbles through 2 people at the top of the key. Pull-up jump shot from 3 is no good. Lewis in transition all the way back to the offensive end and scores with the right hand. Again, no one stops the basketball. Kalia Lewis is able to get all the way to the rim, and she knows what to do with it there.
Whew. Good work.
25-18 Olma. Malls with the basketball. Pull-up jump shot. That's no good. Coriel outlet to the other freshman, Fiddler. China Fiddler in transition. And she travels with the basketball once confronted by the Braves defense.
Under a minute here left in half number one. 7-point game. Again, give Williamstown a lot of credit. They're not going anywhere. Looks like Olma really had a big momentum shift, but the Braves able to get through the storm.
Yeah, they've settled the storm, as you said, and they have the basketball here under a minute with a chance to cut into Olma's 7-point lead. Eaton's pass is deflected and tipped away, and again, Lewis is in transition. Fouled and scores.
That's a good finish by the sensational sophomore, Kalia Lewis. See it here on the Game Changer instant replay. I mean, just deny, and then she takes it coast to coast.
Coriel with the tip pass, and in transition, Kalia Lewis draws the foul, gets the ball up in the square, in for two, giving the Villagers a 9-point lead with 33 seconds left here in the second. Fiddler exits the game. Gwen O'Hara enters it for the Villagers. Lewis's free throw is up and good, and she's having herself a heck of a first half here. 28-18, double-digit lead now for the Villagers. Turned over by Kajanowski. Venetia Thompson comes up with the basketball. She throws it ahead to Bristow. Bristow again to Kalia Lewis in transition. Pull-up jump shot from 8 foot, no good. Williamstown with the rebound and 13 ticks left here in the first half. Stolen by Venetia Thompson. They're going to call off the basket. They're going to have a foul on the floor.
Well, a 10-point contest here, but it looks like they're going to keep the ball underneath.
Yeah, the Kalia Lewis bucket was wiped out due to a Kajaneski foul on the floor. That's her second. 10 ticks left before halftime. Bristow off the lob on the inbounds play. That's up and good, and she draws the foul.
Well, what better way? Get some extra bonus points here as you head into the half. We'll take a look at it on the Game Changer instant replay. Just nice pivot inside, able to get the basketball up, draw the contact, and chance for the 3-point play.
I'll tell you what, Olma's they did a great job in closing the first quarter on an 11-0 run, and they've stretched this lead from 6 to now 12 here in at the end of the second.
Another rebound from Olma.
At the buzzer, the bucket will count by Kalia Lewis. Our Lady Mercy Academy comes up with an offensive rebound after Bristow's free throw, and they score at the bucket with a lay-in by Kalia Lewis. 2 great runs at the end of the first and now at the end of the second have Olma up 14 as we go to half. Welcome back, everyone, to Our Lady Mercy Academy here at Carew Hall on the campus of the OLMA Villagers. OLMA has a 32-18 halftime lead, and it's really been because of their defense. We'll go over our scoring leaders right now. First for the Braves, Kozinewski with 6, Olivia Malls with 4, Mia Pizzato with 4, Riley Fair with 2, and McKenna Eaton for 2. For the OLMA Villagers, it's been the Kalia Lewis show. The great sophomore, the sensational sophomore, had 17 at halftime, along with covering and attempting to shut down Olivia Malls, which she did so in the first half. She had 17 points. Muffin Bethia had 6. Adriana Bristow 5. Caitlin Coriel with a deep 3, and Venetia Thompson with 1. We start the third quarter with Williamstown possession. Looking to cut into a 14-point lead here in the third. Eaton with the basketball, now over into the hands of McGee. McGee up top. We're trying to find out who number 5 is. Hold on one second. I'll be able to get that for you.
And here you're going to need Williamstown to make the most out of each trip down the court. There's a 3 ball by Malls. That one in and out. And now Williamstown, some good hustle, perhaps an extra opportunity. We're going to have a jump ball. With 7:21 remaining in the third quarter.
Okay, it appears as though Gabby Madden is number 5, changing her number from 32, which we just learned due to the scorebook at halftime.
All right.
So it's Lentini, the freshman, with the basketball for the Villagers. A little three-quarter court press here. 1-2-2 by Williamstown. However, Our Lady Mercy Academy looked prepared. Lentini to the sideline to Coriel. Coriel finds Lewis for 2 more. 19 give her now in the contest.
Commanding 16-point lead.
And again, the defensive pressure on the defensive end by the Villagers. They contest every pass. They contest every catch. That time the ball was tipped by Venetia Thompson. However, it went off the Williamstown Brave player out of bounds. The ball will go back to the Villagers. 3-2 zone defense again by Williamstown.
Double dip on BFA Sports Today. Stevie from Camden High. The Panthers trailing the Lenape Tribe 31-25 at the half.
Okay. It's great to have Camden's schedule as well as we do. We enjoy Our Lady Mercy Academies, but we certainly enjoy Camden's as well. Venetia Thompson drives to the basket. She can't get the layup to go. However, she was fouled on the drive. And it looks like she'll shoot 2.
Right here is where you need to make the most of it. We talked about things, even in a game where you have a bit of a lead, important to shoot those free throws because as the season goes on, you get into conference play and playoffs, how important making those free throws can be.
And you're up 16 here, and this is a great way to stretch it, right? There's no pressure. There's nothing. You're on a foul line. You got 2 free throws at it. First one goes down for Thompson. Second one does not. However, Kalia Lewis with the offensive rebound, and she's putting on a show in here this afternoon. Kalia Lewis with the offensive rebound of Thompson's free throw. She lays it back in and now has 21, still with over 6 minutes left in the third. Defensive pressure again by the Villagers. This time they deflect the pass. However, it goes out of bounds. Ball will remain into the possession of the Braves.
Yeah, Williamstown now on the hustle. They're going to have to make the most of their opportunities when they go forward here. And another foul's going to be called.
That's a Peyton McGee drive, and she's fouled on the play by, I believe they called it on Lentini. Yeah, Lentini.
McGee's created some chaos.
Alessia Lentini.
Good spark off of the bench for Coach Land.
I'll tell you what, Our Lady Mercy Academy's done a nice job here in paying attention to detail. I mean, Coach Coyle, we know he puts the scouting reports together. He watches film over and over, right? However, the very first time Williamstown shows full court pressure, 3/4 court pressure, bing, 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 ball moves, layup, right? Right there off an inbounds play. There were 3 cuts by Williamstown Braves players. None of them were open. They did a great job defending the inbound. Just those little things that allow your 6, 7, 8-point lead get to what it is now at 19 and maybe put that thing away.
Yeah, it just really kind of adds up pretty quickly. beginning of this game, it was just back and forth. It was very, a lot of tension. But now Olma's been able to relax a little, get into their offensive sets. And we've seen Williamstown now, Steve, have to really try to – it's almost that stopwatch that you feel as if it's just going faster than it probably is.
Right, and we talked about Our Lady Mercy Academy's defense so far in this contest, Doug, and right there's another perfect example of it. None of the wing players were open for Williamstown. And Eaton ends up just dribbling the basketball. She has no choice but to try to drive to the basket. Now, this time she got fouled, so she'll shoot two on a good dribble drive by her. However, nothing on the wing is open. Everything's contested. Great job on the defensive end by the Villagers here so far today. Eaton misses the first.
Yeah, this is where Williamstown take advantage of the fact that you get these freebies, and couldn't get either one to go that time.
And not a shot, Kalia Lewis with the rebound. Oh, good bounce pass. Good job by Kalia Lewis finding Venetia Thompson on a baseline cut. However, Venetia was unable to get it to go. Good save now. She saves it out to Bristow. Bristow back out top of the key to Lewis. Lewis Scoriel for three. No good. Good job by Lentini battling for the offensive rebound. However, it ends up in the possession of the Braves. That's Moss to Pizzato. Her ball's tipped away, and it's regathered by Kazanuski. Moss with the pull-up jump shot. Down it goes. And that's what she's capable of, getting you on your heels, little dribble drive, get you on your heels, but then retreat dribble and raise on that pull-up game jump shot.
So no shot is the call. You heard it on the floor.
Our Lady Mercy Academy, as they did in the first half, comes right back. They get the ball out of bounds, and boom, they're coming right back at you on the offensive end. Lentini found a seam, and she got fouled when she was trying to drive to the basket. Inbound for the Villagers. Thompson now out to Lentini. Alley-oop to Kalia Lewis and laid in. Again, execution. Right ball goes to the opposite corner of where they're inbounding it, up top, and then they set a back pick on the weak side for Lewis. Lob, layup. Great execution by the Villagers.
Now a 19-point lead. Williamstown relegated to some outside shooting.
Pizzato jump shot unable to go. Ball ended up in the hands of McGee, now into the hands of Malls, and she's going to raise and fire.
Yeah, this is where you can kind of see, Steve, the legs, they're feeling it. The conditioning is coming into play, and it's hard enough to shoot a three ball at the beginning of the game, let alone when you've been marching up and down the court for 2 quarters.
And we've already said how good of a player Malls is. However, the Our Lady Mercy Academy Villagers defense was able to hold her to just 4 points at halftime. She did have a bucket here just a couple seconds ago, and maybe she thought she was feeling it, which is why she raised with that one. But it ends up going out of bounds. Villager possession. And then Lentini. And they're going to call, they called a travel. It couldn't have been a travel. She was dribbling. If anything, it may have been a carry of the basketball or a palming of the basketball, but it wasn't a travel. However, let's move on. The Braves possession.
Yeah.
Malls, head and ball fake at Kalia Lewis. However, she's able to recover. Good jump shot. Little fade away because Lewis was there in a good position to block it. However, Malls fades away with that one a little bit and knocks down a 16-footer.
Well, it's on display of why she's headed to Westchester. That's capability right there.
Kalia Lewis looks to take the ball to the rim. She's fouled on the way there.
Olma crowd excited.
Ball almost destroys our entire setup. However, that's okay.
No harm, no foul. No pun intended.
That got hit under the table, not the top of the table. Lewis to shoot 2 free throws. Olma up 17, halfway through the third. First one is up and good. And I'll tell you what, you can see the improvement, as you said, in the first half, not only with Olma's free throw shooting, but specifically with Lewis's.
Yeah.
She knocks down the second one as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think she has 25 at this point. She's got 25 of almost 41.
Well, it seemed to be that was a strategy for Coach Coyle early in the game. Get her started early and keep feeding her the basketball.
Yeah, and the reason is because she's just a matchup nightmare. We've talked about that as well. You put her outside. If you cover her with a guard, she's going to take you underneath. If you cover her with a forward, she's going to take you outside, and you can't handle her athleticism. Just a matchup nightmare. Our Lady Mercy Academy able to. I'm sorry, they foul on the play. Foul was on number 23, Adriana Bristow. Kozanuski will go to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and no good. Checking in, substitutions now for the Villager. Again, back to that depth, which hopefully prevails and adds to the end of this quarter. Coriel comes back in. China Fiddler is in, the freshman. Gwen O'Hara also in for the Villagers. Mia Beckham checked in for the Williamstown Braves. So there's 3:46 left here in the third. Carew Hall on the campus of Our Lady Mercy Academy. It's OLMA 41. The Braves of Williamstown 23. We'll be back after this.
Have you been thinking about selling your home but concerned about the high interest rates for a mortgage? With my real estate marketing team at BFA Homeworks, I can help you maximize the value of your property and streamline the selling process. In my 20-plus years as a finance and production executive, my network of professionals have built custom solutions for each one of our clients. Meet with our award-winning team of real estate, video production, and finance experts to make your home work for you. Call or visit us today at www.bfahomeworks.com.
3:46 left here in the third. OLMA 41, Williamstown 23. It'll be OLMA possession as we get started. Looks like Williamstown will match up man-to-man defense. Fiddler with the basketball, another one of those really good freshmen that Coach Coyle's very high of. She comes off of a Muffin Bethia screen. She's able to get all the way to the rim and draw the foul.
Yahtzee.
Good aggressive drive for a young lady who's a freshman. In her first year of varsity basketball, she came off that Venetia Thompson screen and got Muffin Bethia screen and got all the way to the rim. She'll shoot 2. First one up and count it. Eaton coming back into the game for the Braves. Two for 2 is Fiddler. OLMA up 20. Malls with the basketball, being covered again by Lewis, as it's been all afternoon. Now passes to Eaton. Eaton goes inside to Kozanuski. She looks to back down Gwen O'Hare, and she draws a foul.
Well, everyone's still very engaged in this game. You can hear both fans and coaches alike.
Yeah, Coach Coyle thought that Gwen O'Hara played really good defense. He's trying to say she was straight up and down. What did you want her to do? The contact was drawn by Kozanuski. However, Kozanuski got the call on a good drive and a good attempt to go to the basket. She knocks down her first one. Coach Coyle switching some players on defense in their man-to-man setups. 2 for 2 is Kozanuski, making sure that the Villagers know exactly who they have defensively. Fiddler with the handoff to Gwen O'Hara, out top to Coriel. Coriel comes off a Gwen O'Hara screen and knocks down a 3. We talked about it in the first half. We've talked about it in pregame. Coriel is a young lady that can flat out shoot the basketball. She got one to go in the first. She comes off a screen of O'Hara right there and knocks another one down.
Yeah, just absolute confidence. I mean, just dripping. That's exactly what you would expect.
Coriel, a sharp shooter for the Villagers. She showed signs of it last year as a freshman, and it's been on display so far in their first 6 or 7, this being their 8th contest here this year. Bristow enters the game, and she comes in for Coriel to give Coriel a breather here in the last 2:45 of the third. Fiddler, Lewis, Bethia, O'Hara, and Bristow for the Villagers. Moss with a deep three from the wing. That's no good. It's Pizzato, Moss, Kajanowski, Eaton, and Beckham for the Braves. And Gabby Madden comes back in for Williamstown, and she'll replace Beckham. Williamstown in their man-to-man defense. Fiddler, the freshman with the basketball.
And gonna call field travel.
She travels with the basketball. Possession now into the hands of the Braves. Moss with it. She looks to take Kalia Lewis. Unable to do so. However, enters the ball to Kajanowski on the block. Kajanowski goes up, and Bristow is there.
Oh, you'll see it on the game changer instant replay. She's going to get called for.
Yeah, Moss comes off the Kajanowski, I'm sorry, the Eaton screen, and she enters the ball to Kajanowski on the block. Kajanowski turns to shoot and draws the foul on Bristow. That's her third. First one is up and good. .216 left here in the third. Second one goes as well. 18-point lead right now for the Villagers. Fiddler to Bristow. Bristow comes off two screens and bounce passes to Kalia Lewis. Kalia Lewis takes one bounce of the ball, tries to find Muffin Bethia. Might have been able to take that one herself. There's a loose ball and a skirmish on the floor. There's going to be a jump on. A possession arrow belongs to Williamstown.
Hey, they keep playing. That's the best thing I can say. You know, they know that they got video that's rolling here. They're looking to put together their offensive set and make the most of these opportunities. So it's still 27-46, but make no mistake about it, Braves still trying to execute.
Malls again looking to take Kalia Williams. There's a screen set by number 2, Mia Pizzato. Lewis runs through the screen, and they're going to call a moving screen on Pizzato, which brings the Williamstown bench to its feet.
Why not?
Years and years ago, partner, when I was an official prior to coaching, one very experienced guy said, if both teams are up and yelling at you, then you're probably doing a good job.
It's a good way to look at it.
Then you might be doing a good job, because now there's a discussion as to, so timeout. So there can't be a foul on a moving screen if they're going to give the ball back to Williamstown.
Well,
Kalia Lewis was trying to make a comment, and Coach Coyle said, Kalia, just let them do it. They'll figure it out. And that's what they're doing now. So it'd be interesting to see what happens here. The foul was either on Kalia Lewis for running through the screen, or it was on Pizzato, who set the screen.
mm-hmm.
He's made the signal of a moving screen. However, now I think it's changed to Kalia Lewis running through the screen. We have that. They have that as Kalia Lewis's first, and Pizzato will shoot 2 now.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and that may have been the right call. And I say that because as a defender, you can't completely run through an opposing player's screen.
Sure.
You have to try to avoid it and try to get around it, whether it be underneath it or whether it be over top of it, but you can't run through it. And that's what they called Kalia Lewis for. Neither free throw goes for Williamstown, however. OLMA Villagers will now have possession. With 1:46 left here in the third, Williamstown is in the 1-and-1 situation. Williamstown's next foul will put the Villagers into a 1-on-1 situation. Ball's lost on a dribble drive by Kalia Lewis. She's able to regather, get it back out to O'Hara. Now to Lentini, down the paint with a floater, and it goes. Lentini's a young lady as a freshman who's growing with the program, growing with the varsity sport, and she's getting better daily. As the day goes, she's getting better. Malls with the three, deep three, that's no good. Williamstown keeps it in on the baseline. However, Bristow now comes up with it. Throw ahead to Lewis. Another throw ahead off the hands of Bethia into the hands of O'Hara. That shot's blocked by Eaton into the hands of Lewis. Lewis puts it back up and in and draws the foul. Kalia Lewis is doing it all here this afternoon in this matinee.
Yeah, she's feeling it, Steve. See it here on the Game Changer instant replay. I mean, not going to deny her today.
Yeah, no, and again, it was a matchup problem for Williamstown. They knew coming in here she was going to be a tough cover, and she's certainly been that. She approaches 30 in this contest, I believe. Lewis's free throw is up and good, and the three-point play is completed. 5-0 run here for the Villagers. It was a 19-point lead. It's now 24. Screen, that's Eaton coming off of a screen. Kick out to Peyton McGee. That jump shot from the baseline is no good. We have a foul called on Williamstown, which is called on number 12, Riley Fair. And the Villagers will shoot 1-and-1. And I believe it'll be O'Hare who goes to the line to shoot him. First one is up and good, and we've made this point on a couple different occasions, and we may as well reiterate it again now. The Our Lady Mercy Academy free throw shooting in this game has been outstanding. Second one is up and good again. Malls with the dribble drive, the floater up, that's no good. Rebound to Gwen O'Hara. She tries to pass it to Thompson. That's deflected. However, O'Hara gathers it back. Now to China Fiddler. Over in the hands of the freshman Lentini. Now to Venasia Thompson. Venasia Thompson pulls it back out, gets it back to Lentini. She pulls up at the foul line to shoot a 15-foot jump shot. That's no good. 17 seconds left in the third here at OLMA. Malls with a three. That's no good. Peyton McGee with the rebound. She drives along the baseline. She lays it in with 5 seconds left here in the third. 53-29. OLMA steal. Put back. No good. No good. So the Villagers, as they did in the first, as they did prior to halftime, complete the final 2.5 minutes here of the third on a 7-2 run, giving them a 24-point lead. 53-29 OLMA. We're going to the fourth. Carew Hall here on the campus of Our Lady Mercy Academy, and it's been all Villagers here this afternoon for 3 quarters as they hold a 24-point lead, 53-29, going to the fourth. Great job defensively by Our Lady Mercy Academy so far. Great job in execution, paying attention to some detail, and a wonderful job by the sophomore sensation, Kalia Lewis, so far.
Yeah, no question about it, right? It's been Villagers most of the way, but it hasn't really stopped them. And now Coach Coyle going into the bench a little bit, getting some valuable minutes for some of the youngsters, and that's going to pay dividends as the season continues to go on.
Right, and we've stated, in the beginning and a couple times throughout the contest, Bristow, senior, great leader. Venetia Thompson, senior, great leader. After that, it's all freshmen and sophomores for Our Lady Mercy Academy.
Yeah.
However, they're players, and they're good players, and they're going to be fun to watch and fun to call their games over the next 2 years. Hopefully we get the chance to do that as we are today. Alma's defensive pressure has been great in this game, in this contest. That was a block shot right there by the Villagers. The ball will remain in possession of the Braves. Eaton the inbound. Kojanowski's shot is blocked by Kalia Lewis. Regathered. It's kicked back out now to Eaton. Her 16-footer does not go. Kalia Lewis with the rebound. She'll pass to Bristow. Bristow crosses the timeline. Gets it to the block to Muffin Bethia, who kicks it back out to O'Hara. Finds Bristow in the corner. She's left all alone. That one hits the front of the rim. Muffin Bethia with the rebound and the putback, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, good work. I mean, keep battling, right? Best thing you can possibly do. Don't stop. Keep grinding. Look for your opportunities, and when they're there, take them.
I'll tell you what, Olma becomes really tough when they can get Kalia Lewis out in the wing, and then you put Muffin Bethia down in the post. I mean, they get awfully good because Bethia holds her own in there, if not way more than that, in the post for the Villagers. And then you get that at Kalia Lewis's athleticism out in the perimeter. Tough covers. Kalia Lewis, offensive rebound and putback. Shouldn't happen on a free throw. However, with Kalia Lewis's athleticism, it does. It was on display again there. Kalia Lewis, offensive rebound of a free throw, put back in for 2. Peyton McGee with a jump shot from the corner. That did not go. Malls now gathers, and she hits a deep 3. Kalia Lewis was closing out on her to try to affect the 3, but Malls is just that good of a shooter. Might have had some struggles in here today, but their jump shot was on full display right there. We mentioned that Williamstown Braves come off a big blowout win last night of GCIT, and it's my understanding that last night Olivia Malls had 8 threes in that contest last night.
Wow. Shoot the lights out.
That was per the comments of Coach Jamie Land, who again does a wonderful job. Malls with a step-back retreat dribble. She fires another 3. That one does not go. Rebound is run down by the Braves. To the basket is McKenna Eaton. Her dribble drive does not go. Bristow with the defensive rebound for the Villagers. She tries to throw ahead and does to Lentini. Lentini to the basket and is fouled. Good look ahead by Bristow. Muffin Bethia goes to the bench to catch a breather. She's replaced by the 3-point sharpshooter Caitlin Coriel. Lentini's first free throw is up and good. And that's been a common theme here today. The Villagers living at the foul line.
They've been aggressive. And
that's exactly right.
Some of these extra passes have gotten the Braves out of position, and they've been able to cash in.
Good find by Kalia Lewis to a cutting Adriana Bristow. Is there anything Kalia Lewis can't do? Because that was a cut to the basket without the basketball by Bristow, which was a great job, and Kalia Lewis found her. Williamstown Braves come right back just inside the 3-point line at the top of the key. Malls knocks down another jumper. Now she gets a steal. She gets to the elbow, tries another 15-footer. That one does not go. Villagers with the rebound. Bristow crosses the timeline. She's double-teamed. She finds Gwen O'Hara, and there's a timeout called by head coach Brian Coyle.
Yeah, Coach Coyle, I think he just wants to reset the pace, maybe look at the personnel package that he has on the floor and see if he can't create some opportunities to get some minutes, but I think more importantly to make sure that they're the girls that are on the floor executing according to plan.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Coach Coyle, we talked about his game plans. We talked about how much film he watches. And you don't get much better coaches. If there is, I'd like to find them. But Coach Brian Coyle does just a magnificent job. His team came in here prepared today. And as you said, boy, did they execute in here. That's why they're up 24 here with 5:19 in the fourth.
Yeah, I want to thank our friends at Ambient Comfort, official sponsors. You know, and it's a cold day like today outside, Steve. You think about servicing that heating unit. Certainly you don't have to worry about the air conditioning just yet, but ambient comfort, they're going to make sure that your house and your unit is in tip-top shape. So, you know, don't wait till it breaks. Call them. Some great proactive services that they offer, and an official sponsor here of OLMA basketball along with Grungo Law, the Grungo Law firm. Of course, you see them popping up all over the place. I don't know if you've actually seen any of their sandwich reviews that they actually do online now.
I didn't see a sandwich review, but I know I have a Grungo Law Philadelphia Eagles T-shirt.
Nice. Well, Grungo Law, man, they'll keep you covered.
I do have that.
One way or the other.
And, Doug, we'd be remiss if we didn't send a shout-out out to Coach Tom McCarville. I get emotional when I talk about Tom because he was my varsity assistant coach here at OLMA when I coached here. He's been a fixture on the bench, and he's been a fixture with the young ladies here at Our Lady Mercy Academy. We understand his health that right now is keeping him under the weather, and when you don't see him on the sideline and on that bench, you always get concerned and you asked, and we asked, and he's just not able to make it out here, but we wish him a happy new year. We certainly hope he hopefully can start to feel better.
Yeah, Coach, we miss you being here, buddy, but I know that you're probably enjoying this game from the comfort of your home. The guy's been a huge BFA fan from the very beginning. Talk about Coach McCarville, not just here at OLMA, but what he's done for Little League Baseball. Those that are familiar with District 3, we've had the privilege of not just you being a guy that's benefited from knowing Coach and taking the sidelines with Coach, but all of our kids have too. I mean, growing up in East Vineland, we've coached a lot over there. We played a lot of ball, and one of my favorite memories for all the kids summer after summer was the tremendous all-stars that we get a chance to play. And Coach McCarville, he's the magic man.
Yeah, he was, and he is here for Our Lady Mercy Academy as well. Coach, we wish you the best. We hope you feel better, and Happy New Year, sir. The Villagers come back with a layup here, and the lead is now 29. They get a defensive rebound here. We're just about halfway through the fourth with 4:15 left. Villagers have done a great job in execution. They've done a great job in Kalia Lewis having a wonderful day. They've done a great job in Caitlin Coriel knocking down threes as she just did right there. They left her alone, and that's not the person for the Villagers you want to leave alone because she can shoot it with the best.
It's too cold outside for it to rain right now, but it's certainly been raining threes inside.
Malls finds a way to score here, and she's starting to get her points now. She's heated up here at the end of the third into the fourth, and she's just too good of a player to not get hers, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Yep. However, the Our Lady Mercy Academy defense has done a great job with her today. Substitutions coming in now. Muffin Bethia back in for the Villagers. China Fiddler back in with the Villagers. Bristow and Kalia Lewis go to the bench. Kalia Lewis has 30-plus points in this one, so I wonder if that might not be her curtain call for this afternoon.
Could be a good thought there.
Steal by Maws. To the rim she goes, and down it goes on a foul by Muffin Bethia. Maws to the rim off of a steal. She finishes and gets fouled, and she'll go to the foul line to attempt to complete a three-point play. Yeah. Steal to the rim. Bucket and a foul. Coriel's pass is deflected and stolen into the hands of Pizzato. Now to Maws, just inside the three-point line from the wing. That's no good. Ball's out of bounds off Williamstown and will now belong to the Villagers. And I guess our prediction was incorrect as Kalia Lewis comes back into the game for Gwen O'Hara.
Yeah, you know, I think we talked a little bit about some of the conditioning and the stamina at the beginning of the game, and perhaps that's something that's on the mind of Coach Coyle, realizing there's going to be a lot of games they're going to need Kalia Lewis to play end-to-end. So
we talked about how good of a job head coach Brian Coyle does. Another great, and we talked about Jamie Land as well, the head coach of Williamstown. There's another good example of a well-schooled, well-coached offensive inbound set by Williamstown. They find a cutter retrieving to the weak side block, catch, score for Williamstown.
yeah, this is, again, great to see this level of high school basketball here at its finest. And, you know, we're 3 minutes plus from this one ending, but still coaching every second of this game.
Yeah, and there's two really good teams in here. I know Olma's going to come out on top of this one here with a 5-point lead here. However, don't think Williamstown can't handle their own, because they can, and they're a really good basketball team with a really good head coach. Kalia Lewis is fouled, and she'll go to the foul line after an inbound set. Foul was on number 22, Ava Byrick. It's her second. Lewis makes the first. Misses the second. She fights for the offensive rebound, gets it, goes back up, and gets fouled. So Kalia Lewis out-scraps the Williamstown rebounders, obtains the ball, and gets fouled again, and she'll go back to the foul line for two more. Williamstown with the basketball. Malls with a deep three. That's no good. Battle for the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds along the sideline. Riley Fair battling for it there, and it goes off of her out of bounds. China Fiddler to inbound. She gets it into the hands of number 21, Alessia Lentini. Kicks it back out to Bethia. Her jump shot from the three-point line in front of their bench is no good. Battle for the rebound. It goes off of Gabby Madden of Williamstown, and the possession will remain with the Villagers. Weak side. Out to Lentini, lob to Bethia. They ran this play in the first half. It worked to Kalia Lewis, and this time it works to Muffin Bethia, who gets fouled.
Whew.
It's a really good inbound set there, partner.
Yeah, no, listen, I love the way that they're working here, right? It's still basketball to be played. You got to work in the inbounds plays. You got to work in defensively what you're trying to do. Situational basketball. Don't look at the scoreboard, but you're playing in the fourth quarter, and you naturally should ramp it up, and we're seeing that by both teams.
Thea misses her first. Gwen O'Hara enters the game, replacing Caitlin Coriel. Does who did here today what she does best, which is knock down a couple threes. Bethia's second one is up and good. 1 of 2 for Bethia. Malls with the basketball, staring down Kalia Lewis. Goes to the left, passes to the wing to Eaton. Eaton then tries to get it inside to Kajanowski. She goes up and gets fouled by Bethia. So good job by the Braves, still working to get the ball into Kajanowski, where they've had some success today. Kajanowski was their leading scorer at halftime. She's been to the foul line a bunch in the second half as well, and going there again now.
Well, puts down the first, 42-70, and some additional substitutions for both the Villagers and the Braves.
Gwen O'Hara comes back in. Kalia Lewis again exits. And I'm pretty confident that this time that was the curtain call. Kazanuski goes 2 for 2 from the foul line, adding to her point total here today. Full court pressure by the Villagers. It's full court man-to-man. Throw ahead pass. Tried to get it to number 10, Luca Grungo, who just came into the game.
Oh, nice.
Good basket by Moss, who scores and gets fouled. She can beat you with the jump shot, and then she beats you with a dribble drive like that. Grungo was in a good defensive position, however, reached in a little bit on the jump shot, game-changer replay.
Yeah, see it here. I mean, push the ball, get good tempo, and as soon as she had contact, she knew she was going for the glass.
Yeah, and that's Moss, who's a senior. Kind of taking advantage of a freshman in Grungo there, but
Hey. Still goes in the scorebook all the same.
absolutely does. And we said Moss is going to get her. You just can't. She's just good. She's just that good. Villagers come back under the 2-minute mark here in the fourth. Villagers come back and draw a foul from Mia Pizzato. So we're shooting, and the freshman Lentini. Coach Coyle has such high remarks in regards to Alessia Lentini. Said day by day she just gets better and better. Young lady's a freshman, and, you know, by the end of the year when tournament time comes, she's going to be ready.
Yeah, well, this has been an offensive display here for OLMA. Seeing them put up 71 points. Make that 73.
Yeah, you talk about Kalia Lewis on the offensive glass. Muffin Bethia can do it with the best of them as well. Perfect example right there. Offensive rebound on a free throw. Put back for 2. Malls drains it for 3 from right in front of her bench.
Whew, impressive. I mean, that was a fluid shot.
Malls has got it done here in the second half for sure. Villagers succumb to the Williamstown pressure a little bit, turn it over right in front of their own bench. The possession will belong or go back to the Braves. Malls again with the basketball. Covered by O'Hara. Throw in Kazanuski, and she loses the ball. I'm sorry, we have a foul. We have a foul on the Villagers, and oh no, offensive foul on Kazanuski. It's her 4th. Just 1:20 left here in the 4th. Muffin Bethia will go to the line. She misses the first. She'll get one more. Checking into the game is number 2, Vienna Fries, and she replaces Alessia Lentini. Did a very good job in this contest this afternoon. China Fiddler with the offensive rebound. She misses her jump shot. Gwen O'Hara couldn't get it to go. However, Muffin Bethia with the offensive rebound and put back for 2.
Oh, nice stuff.
That's a really good block right there by Luca Grungo on Kazanuski. Kazanuski thought she was, once she caught the ball, she had her defender in front of her. She thought she had clean sailing to the rim. Coming from the weak side was Grungo to block it.
As Lee Corso would say, not so fast.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Malls with the basketballs, dribbles, retreats behind the three-point line, now looks to drive, takes a little fade away from about 10 feet. That's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Villager possession. 75-48, we're under a minute in this one. Here in the 4th at Carew Hall and Our Lady Mercy Academy.
And a couple late substitutions here.
So we'd like to thank the wonderful work of everyone here today. Color commentator slash producer slash everything else for BFA, Doug Stasic. Assistant producer, Bailey Dickinson. The best on the camera, Mr. Charles Hope. Camera number 2, assistant cameraman Tyrell Dunn. I'd like to thank all of those gentlemen for the wonderful work that they do, allowing us to bring this game to you. 42 ticks left. It's been all OLMA from the end of the first quarter all the way through to this one. Jump shot taken by Persicano. Landon Persicano misses her jump shot. However, the ball goes out of bounds off of Williamstown. It'll remain with the Villagers. Good inbounds pass to Freeze. Her jump shot, or her layup at the bucket, unable to go. Eaton with the basketball. Passes to Pizzato. Olivia Moss has now checked out of the game. Did a wonderful job in here for today with Williamstown, as did Kozanuski. However, just too much Villagers here. Time's winding down. Your final in this one's going to be Our Lady Mercy Academy 75. The Williamstown Braves 48. Again, we'd like to thank all of you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you the next time you play ball.